never lost our sense of what's truly important. The great taste of Charleston Chew.
It's gonna be terrible.
Hello and welcome to Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, and this is. And what we do here is we drink cheap booze, give it a review, because we drink cheap booze, and you can too. Yes, that is what we do here. It's fun, it's exciting, it's entertainment for the whole family that's 21 up, depending on your country. If you're watching in a country where it's like 18 and up, whatever. We're here to entertain and bring enjoyment and love, laughter, and I don't know, live, laugh, love.
Something like that.
Yank a crank in the stream. I don't know. That's our motto. But first, we have the bag of doom. As you see, I have a purple sack in my hand. It jiggles. My money don't jiggle, it folds. But as you see, we have this purple sack that contains our destiny, our fate of glory, destruction, or mediocrity. And Diane, you shall reach across the interwaves and grab your destiny.
I'm grabbing it.
And I feel like this is a really weird promo for Mountain View Medical Center, because that's who gave me this purple sack.
You can kind of see the mountain, but not really.
I hope I don't get a shit flavor. Fuck!
I suck at showing things. I don't know.
I got 99 butterscotch. I mean, I guess there's worse flavors, but my stomach is feeling a little sensitive today, so this is going to be unpleasant. Two. Oh, I know what it's to. To Lucky Cat. I found it.
Hey, I thought for sure it was dead.
No, I found her.
Went the way of Tits McGee.
You know what? I'm taking a shot out of a dirty Lucky Cat. Cheers to a dirty Lucky Cat. Ugh, there's fuzz on it.
Justin, my God, you could have at least. That's gross. I feel that. That's gross. Not bad. Western said watermelon. Not bad.
And you don't even like watermelon.
Yeah, I don't even like watermelon. Well, I had root beer and I had watermelon. Both I find very disgusting. So
I had root beer and butterscotch.
Yuck.
Buttercup. Butternut. I love butter stuff. I know I keep messing up that callback because I haven't watched.
I'm just like you did this like I don't know
last week. Did I get butterscotch last week? I feel like I did this last week.
Yeah. I don't know. It was in the last 2 weeks. You need more butterscotch references.
There is,
Like that's your homework. So next time you get butterscotch, it's not,
it's yeah.
I can't. What is that movie? What's the name?
Well, I can't think of it now.
right?
I'm
Dave
so
Chappelle
tired. Um
and
um
the guy.
it's got, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out. Uh I have so many weed movies that are in my head right now, and none of the right ones
Half
are coming.
baked.
Yes, Half Baked. He's got to scroll through the catalog.
Yeah, my brain kept going super high me or whatever, and I was like, not at all.
Yeah,
And that's all that was in my head.
and then I had How High. And then I had Dazed and Confused. I think because they both have smiley faces on their poster and the VHS
The
tape.
Watchmen.
Yeah, it blends, and you make mistakes.
Happens.
I'm only a lowly reverend. I am not the great deity in the sky or the earth or wherever it may reside. Something or other. Religious references. Almanac.
Religious references, things, and
Yeah. The choice is yours and yours alone. Now, Diane, we have things to attend to. For it is time for. If this is your first time watching us, we have a little segment called Florida Man. Yes, most places just read ridiculous Florida Man headlines and tell you what actually happened. But not I. I am too lazy to read the actual story. So I make up the chain of events that happened. And unfortunately, this week had a lot of very depressing Florida Man headlines. So the best I could find was Florida Man parks smart car in kitchen so it won't blow away during Hurricane Dorian. Yes, that is what I found. So let's see how I can zhuzh it up. Because I make up the story for the headline. Because life is better when you make it up on the fly. As we all know, smart cars are small, goofy looking cars that honestly double as coffins. Like if you get in a car accident, you just push it all into a hole. There you go. Save costs on fuel and fuel expenses. That's how we do things. And you know what else?
We've never lost our sense of what's truly important. The great taste of Charleston chew.
So this man ran out of Charleston chews. And he realized there was a hurricane a blowing. And he realized his smart car was a flowing. And he panicked. And he realized he lives in a 3-story apartment. But luckily, there is a large wheeltail ramp because the elevator breaks down all the goddamn time. And this man realized, you know what? This smart car is not much bigger than a hover round. So he took to the hallways and he drove up. He made his way into his lovely 2-bedroom apartment. Hello, Mavrizzle, my pizzle, nizzle, nizzle, tizzle, hizzle, fizzle, for rizzle. But yes, he drove his little smart car up to the 3rd story of his apartment complex, and he parked it in the kitchen. And as he also realized he's about to lose power, and this smart car has battery power, so he's able to connect his little electric griddle, and he was able to plug in a little inverter. And you know what? This man was able to open up the windows and let it blow. You know, he's got a generator and a smart car there. He was the only man that had full cooking and entertainment value during this hurricane. This man was smart. That's why he drives a smart car. He is an intelligent human being, and he realized this is his moment to shine. This is his opportunity. So, of course, he posted on social media. The news outlets got ahead, and he was the only one chilling there, cooking up some fresh eggs. You know, he was able to plug in his oven. You know, you turn that thing on. He had gas stored away, and he could just fill that thing up. And smart cars got amazing fuel mileage. So that shit could run. And he had all kinds of shit going on. He was watching his TV. He was the only motherfucker that could still Netflix and chill during the hurricane. And chill he did. Good
Amen.
luck to you in the future and all the paternity tests that may follow. The only not so smart decision he made. But you know what? This man is a genius. It's a generator. It's a car. It's a hover round. This thing can get you where you need to be. And once he gets in a car accident and gets crumpled up, he also saves money on a coffin. This is a true man of genius. This man knows how to pinch a penny, save a buck, and knows how to Netflix and chill. The end. Now, was that story used up enough for you?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty inaccurate story. You know, honestly, I could probably, if I read this article right now, I bet you that's exactly what it would say.
I think that every time you do one. I think you're pretty close.
You know what it is? It's the true Florida man experience that I've had. That's how I can like get in there and like zen it up. I can feel one with the Florida man. I become the Florida man. And I grew up in New Mexico. And you know what they say? Did it happen in New Mexico or did it happen in Florida? Who knows? My hair flick is doing some weird stuff with these cat ears. I'm just going to go with it. I'm out of water. So you know what? It's time for a review. This week, we are drinking Plum Loco. This is a locally crafted wine, as far as I know. It says it's bottled in Deming, New Mexico. I know they have meth there, and they have a bowling alley entertainment center that has like all kinds of stuff. They have like a movie theater and bowling, and they might have go-karts. I don't know. Everything closes on Sundays. They have a Walmart. That is my knowledge of Deming. And I stop at McDonald's occasionally when I'm on my way back from like Arizona or California, or the rare times I have to go further west. You know. Plum Loco is a wine that I used to enjoy. Unfortunately, it was also a favorite wine of a certain person that has an entire episode dedicated to them. And I haven't drank it since that relationship. So, ironically, so many things are tied into this episode. You know, Plum Loco. Be careful with girls that end in eyes. I'm going to talk about some crazy shit people say in my tattoo shop. Last I remember, this wine is pretty decent. It's been a long time since I had it. It's $9.98 usually. 11% ABV. I don't have a cup to drink out of because I didn't think that far ahead. My unicorn looks filthy. Maybe. I don't know.
That's why you need a proper chalice. You never forget a chalice, dude.
I do. Yeah, so I'm gonna go straight out the bottle, as the good Lord intended. That's what I'm gonna do. And
My
I believe it's
cork
gonna taste good because I
died.
do remember tasting good, but it does carry baggage. So the question is, does Plum Loco now taste like depression and bad decisions, much like Funyuns?
I wonder if I can taste your depression.
Let's find out together. This is the first time I've drank Plum Loco since 2012. Cheers to getting out of bad decisions. I feel like this just enhanced the butterscotch. I love butter stuff. It's buttercup, butternut, buttercup. I don't know the order of butters.
This is tasty.
It is tasty. But the fact that I drank butterscotch earlier, I feel like it enhanced it. And, we don't want to zoom in and enhance. Zoom in, enhance. Zoom in, enhance. Zoom in, enhance. But it's sweet wine, sweet wine for the sweet life. It's not bad. It might be too sweet.
Yeah.
Just
I
a
already
little too
don't
sweet.
feel good. Like it's too sweet.
It's fairly tasty though, and it does not taste like the depression that Funyuns brings to me.
So you have a whole range of like PTSD like trigger inducing foods and drinks you can't eat because of this person or
Maybe. Well, Funyuns is a different reason for depression. Because I ate a bag of Funyuns the other day when I was at work, just because they were there. I was kind of hungry, and I just felt like, I haven't had Funyuns in a while. So I tasted them, and it reminded me of the time as a child. My mom was throwing a Super Bowl party, and she invited all her adult friends, and some of those adult friends had children that were my friends. And so I had gotten a nice little bowl from the dollar store. I got a big bag of Funyuns. I had some cream soda. I had some Barks root beer. I had this whole layout in my room. We were gonna play Super Nintendo. I had rented Star Fox. I think I even rented a Sega Genesis so I could switch up and could play some Vector Man and some Sonic, as well as some Mario. We had a whole I had a whole day planned out. Well, a whole night. There's gonna be video games, there's gonna be sleepover, there's gonna be snacks. And I just remember not a single one of my friends showed up. They didn't bring their children. And, my best friend who was supposed to be there, apparently, I don't know where he was. Um, but I ended up there by myself with video games and a big bowl of Funyuns to myself. So I played Vector Man into the wee hours of the morning, snacking on Funyuns, all alone in my room.
sounds fantastic.
Yeah. And, honestly, that's why I'm the inverted person that I am, the introverted person I am. I just, why put yourself out there when people are just going to let you down? I learned that early. You know, I had a cool bed too. It was one of those beds, what we call a loft bed. So it had like my dresser, and then there was a little desk that came out. Honestly, I wish I still had that bed to this day, because honestly, I'd probably stream from my room if I had that bed, because it had a desk, it had dressers, it was lifted up a little bit. It was dope. And then I would build forts underneath because it was an easy way to build a fort, and we'd play like submarine and all this other cool shit. So there was so much activities that we could have done. God damn it, Jeffrey!
Fuck you, Jeffrey.
So
If you want, I can go back in time and punch Jeffrey. We're saving it for Hitler, but you know what? Fuck Jeffrey.
to this day, I can't enjoy Funyuns.
Right? I mean, come on, that is long-lasting trauma. That's pretty
Yeah.
messed up.
I told that story to. That's a little too far. I mean, to be honest, Jeffrey's probably got a lot of trauma too. He was also the one that got left at my house for 3 weeks because his mom, I don't know where she went. So, and he was left alone on his birthday, and we had to do an impromptu birthday party for him. So, I'm upset about it. Honestly, I blame it more on his mom than him.
Fuck Jeffrey's mom.
Yeah, but not really, because she's kind of a hoe. That's how you get like STDs.
Ah.
So, why am I bringing up such depressing shit? Jesus Christ. I can't enjoy Funyuns, but the Plum Loco is okay.
I can't enjoy sauerkraut and pulley sausage anymore. I ate too much of it. That's very traumatizing to me because I thought it would never happen.
I can understand some of that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drink some more Four Loco.
Did you say Four Loco?
Plum Loco. See, you screwed me up earlier because I said I got Plum Loco, and you're like, oh, it's plum flavored Four Loco.
Yeah.
And I just going to want to tell you right now, I am not getting plum flavor from this. Like, because plum has a tartness to it. This does not have.
This is without the skin.
That's like kind of the best part.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the plum. With the sweetness, you got to have that little bit of tart, and then like the.
Oh. So you know what? Maverick, this is for you. I love you. I care about your birthday because your existence is valuable to me. You're a true gem. And I'm not going to make this sexual yet.
Aww. I love true bonding moments between you two that doesn't end in somebody threatening to bang somebody else.
I said yet. I'm trying to be respectful of somebody else that's on this podcast.
Is it my cat?
Yes. They are just children. They don't need to hear such filth.
In cat years, apparently my cats are like 40 something. Almost 50.
All right. I'm going to read the bottle. Plum Loco, a toast to you. With fruit forward sweetness. That's my nickname in high school. That melts in your mouth. If your cup runs dry, there's no need to pout. With good friends and sweet life, bring on more. Wait, hang on. With good friends and a sweet life, bring one more glass to outlast your troubles and bring joy to pass. Oh, it's a little haiku.
How many bottles of Plum Loco would your girl drink?
Would I drink?
Your girl. Your ex-girl.
Yeah, don't say that.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I feel like
I meant it more of in a homeboy situation.
uh yeah. She honestly she would usually kill one bottle in B2, which is weird because she had really high tolerance for like benzos and other prescription drugs, but alcohol not as much.
It was probably because of all the benzos that she
Maybe
was having
at the time.
a low tolerance for alcohol.
Yeah. I mean, synergize in the worst way possible. But it's also not bad. I feel like it's not as traumatizing as the Funyuns were because I think I've moved past a lot of stuff with her. And honestly, I don't know if I could drink like 2 bottles of this. There are some wines I can easily pound 2, 3 bottles, a whole box. I feel like Plum Loco might be too much. Like this is the kind of wine like you might have a glass or two and you're good. I'll try to get through the whole bottle tonight.
I know I'll get there, but I don't think I'm gonna enjoy it very much.
Yeah, I mean it's
I don't
I,
like I don't like sweet stuff. Like it's
I do. I feel like they need to bring more of the tartness of a plum in there.
all this
I
show is sweet stuff. I'm like, God, I hate it.
like I've had their pomegranate wine, whatever the name of the company is that makes this, and that one's a little bit better because it has that tartness to it. The Plum Loco might just be too sweet. But that also makes it a little easier to drink in some ways. Like I could see easily getting a white girl wasted off of this. You know what I mean? Because they a lot of them like the super sugary sweet drinks that you can barely taste alcohol in. That's Plum Loco. You can easily go through a bottle or two and be chilling, sitting there at your table, having a good time, and then all of a sudden realize, oh shit. And you do the woo, and then adios. You're done. You're done.
I don't know. I'll have to see because honestly, I would hate to drink this and not feel drunk.
Yeah.
If I drink this whole bottle and I feel like nothing, oh, that would suck so bad. Like
Oh,
I'd feel bad for my stomach.
yeah. That's true. I mean, 11% is a respectable amount of booze, you know, a respectable ABV. There are better out there, but this is not the worst.
Actually, you know, what, yeah. I accept that review of this. It's not the worst.
Right. I found something I wanted to share with you if I can find the right one. Let me see. What is it? There's this blonde lady. I see her on the TikToks and the YouTube, and the drinks she makes is ridiculous.
Are they like alcoholic drinks or what?
Oh yeah.
Is it worse than that like one fella who like makes shit in bathtubs and all that?
I don't know if it's that bad, but she definitely might have some demons she's fighting. I'll say that much.
Intriguing.
I'm gonna try to find it real quick if I can remember her
Are they
name.
related to the alcohol or just in general?
Oh, the alcohol. She has a very Sandra Lee vibe when she makes her beverages. Just pour 1 ounce of this, that. Trying to find her. I don't remember her name. She makes the most obscene. You know what? Let me see if I can go to my TikTok because I might have liked one of the videos.
So it's like she gets to day drink and write it off as like, job expenses.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the drinking she does is impressive to say the least.
Yeah, I never know because it's like when people have crazy tolerance, you're like both impressed, but then you're also kind of like, what did you do to get here?
Yeah, I was like, oh, do you need therapy? Because I feel like
When I was at my most impressive drinking wise, I was definitely
nah,
not
nah,
doing great.
I didn't like it. But this girl, she was doing an adios motherfucker beverage, and she was like, "I'll put 2 ounces," and she feels like at least a quarter of the cup, and then of gin, and then like, oh God, I wish I could remember her name.
Mm,
God damn it! Oh, there she is. Hang on,
yeah, I've seen
Jenny. Yes, yes, that's it. That's it.
Eureka.
Excelsior!
Um, yeah, I've seen some TikToks about people drinking, like making a big thing of booze in the bathtub is something I totally would have done back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And I would have felt like the proudest motherfucker to be like, hey, come to my bathtub. Look what I made in there.
I've been to parties with bathtub jungle juice.
My toilet is right next to my bathtub. Like, and I still would have been like, this is amazing. I expect you to drink from this. And I would have done it with pride. And I think everybody would have
Oh,
thought it was cool for like a few seconds till like,
I found her.
are you looking for the
I'll just
adios one?
I'll find. Let's go through how she makes a mint julep. Let's do this. All right, all right. Let me do share with audio. And
Hi, I'm Janae from Mahalo.com, and I'm going to teach you how to make a mint julep.
hopefully
Now,
this
this dish
doesn't
is
get
really popular in the South and
copyright
also back
struck.
east, probably because it has bourbon in it, which is really, a Southern type of drink. It's
But watch how she makes
not
drinks.
exactly like a mojito, but it's kind of the idea with the mint. Anyhow, what you're going to need is bourbon of your choice, mint, sugar cubes, a glass, and if you have a muddler, great. If you don't, any kind of object. This is fine as well. Basically, just
let's skip ahead. All right.
right off of the stem, stick them in there.
Here she is putting in some
We'll do, about
mint.
3 sprigs. If you have a larger glass like this one, you might want to do.
She just
4 or 5.
always
It kinda
does too
depends on
much.
the size
Like,
of the
why are you
glass
putting in just a
and how many
regular
leaves you're
glass,
getting per
though?
sprig. But you're gonna need a nice big
Because
glass
half of it's mint.
to give it that mint flavor that it should have.
Yeah, but
All right, there we go. So now we have all of our mint in there. We can put this aside. We don't need any more. Then we need our sugar cubes. We're gonna do 2 sugar cubes. Feel free to do 3 if you kind of want it a little bit sweeter.
okay. I don't care about that. Let's get to the booze part. Muddle, 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 muddle. Working the shaft.
Fill up our glass all the way with ice. A little more.
There's her ice.
There we go.
That's
Then
too
you're gonna
much
put 2
ice.
ounces of your bourbon right in there.
Yeah, see, that's 3 ounces. See,
Um,
look at that.
And just to make sure it gets mixed
That is
up,
way too much.
go back and forth.
Is this a couple of drinks?
You can shake it up if you'd like.
No.
I just toss it back and forth a few times.
This is a drink.
All right.
Well, I would like, if she's a bartender, I would like to go to that bar.
Thanks for watching. If you have any
She used like a half
ahead
a
and send us
bottle
requests
of
on mahalo.com.
whatever she's drinking.
I say 10 out of 10. What more do you want from a bartender?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me.
Treat yourself,
Yeah.
If you're going to do all that, might as well pour half the thing in and call it, Maybe it's made for sipping.
These drinks are made for sipping. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these drinks are gonna sip all over you.
That sounds threatening.
Wait. So I clicked on her videos and she's got like cocktails, and then there's yoga videos, and there's this dude, and then like, what is this YouTube channel? It's like fitness and alcoholism. And sliders. And she does butt exercises. Does some MMA reviews.
See, this is...
I don't know what's going on with this channel. I thought I had a very random channel. Here's one. All right, this is sad. It says, I love my butt, and that is the flattest ass I've seen in a while. All right, you know what? You know what? Be happy with you. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. Doesn't matter what I think. Satan. Anyway.
He's just saying your ass is very unappealing, madame.
Anyways.
What he's saying is rethink your pride.
You're always here at the right time. There is no wrong time.
That's true.
It's always the right time. But, let's get some Plum Loco, and then we'll talk about some random shit that happens at my tattoo shop. Because that's what I built this episode around. You know why? Because I'm tired as fuck, and all I can think about is some of the dumb shit people have said. I mean, not all people are dumb. Just some. So, it's been about 2 months since our shop has been open. I've learned some things. I've seen some things. Some weird stuff has happened. I would say one of the most interesting things that's happened, I remember Kurt, my son, the tattoo artist, he got a text message or an Instagram DM. And he really wanted to this guy wants to get a tattoo. And he asked if we'd be willing to trade a bunny for a tattoo. Yes, like floppy ears, carrot eating bunny for a tattoo. Yeah, because our shop minimum is $80. And he was like, "Oh, you could probably sell a bunny for $80." We don't want to take on a bunny. Where are we going to keep a bunny? You need to get a hutch. And like, I've had rabbits. I like rabbits. They're cute. They're fun, but they are a lot to take care of. And hutches aren't cheap. It would cost more money to take care of a freaking bunny than it would take to sell it. And not a lot. How many people are going to want? You could buy bunnies for $5 at the state fair, or at least you used to. I don't know if you still can.
Didn't you used to have bunnies?
Yeah, I had two. And I remember one time we had just got this dog from the pound, and the bunny was in his cage, chilling all happily, just frolicking. And the bunny went up to the edge of the cage, and the dog was curious and just bit its leg. And it's the first time I've heard a bunny make a noise, and it went, "Meh!" And that was weird. That was weird. The bunny ended up being okay because we got the dog off, and well, we didn't get the dog off, but the dog. We kept the dog from biting the poor rabbit's arm. That was weird. That was hilarious and weird. I've never heard a rabbit make a noise, and the noise it chose to make was "Meh!" It was interesting. It was interesting. But that's beside the point. This man wanted to trade a bunny for a tattoo. And that is probably the most interesting thing. He's like, "Oh, do you want a bunny?" I'm like, no, bitch. We want cold hard cash in our hands. A bunny is not going to pay the bills. And besides that, where are we going to keep this thing? You can't keep it in the shop.
You can't have a shop bunny in a sterile environment.
We can have a goldfish. Goldfish is pretty much the only type of pet we can have in the shop. Yeah, it's still too sweet. It might taste good on pancakes if you reduced it and made a nice syrup out of it. Plum Loco, IHOP pancake syrup. There you go. But I think that's probably one of the most interesting things I've heard in this shop. Because all the rest is a lot of like, I don't know if you've seen the YouTube videos and the TikToks where they talk about what people say in tattoo shops or piercing shops or whatever. Like the one thing I always get is it going to hurt? And I always tell them the same thing. I won't feel a thing because I'm not. But I will say the most interesting thing happened the other day. As I've told you, a girl came in and she wanted her nethers pierced, did a VHC, and surprising, like everybody in the shop was shocked that like once I did the piercing, even she was like barely even like a flinch, nothing, just boop. Probably the least reaction I've got out of any piercing I've ever done. And now apparently she's going to recommend me to all her friends that want to get pierced.
So you're saying now, not only are you the fastest dick piercer in the West, vaginas as well.
Yes, I am the fastest Netherlands piercer in the West. I guess. I don't know. But I will say that was a success.
Well, God bless, because that would be horrible if that was a horror story,
Yeah.
I pierced this girl's vagina today and I really fucked it up.
Yeah. It looks like an old man. Winky.
Did I tell you about Sammy's horrible tattoo experience?
No.
Oh, I felt so bad for her. It was actually like really hard for her because she she wanted a BTS tattoo. It's like apparently when you put all the albums together, it makes this like it's kind of how it's like kind of like hearts and flowers and like just scribbles and stuff, but it looks super cute. Um, and so she wanted that, and this girl at work was like, I'm a tattoo artist." Like, um, she traded some art that she made for this tattoo, and she was like, for a long time they were playing tag back and forth, like sending ideas and stuff, and planning this thing out. And she finally went to go do it. So she gets there to this person's house, and she's having a hard time figuring out a stencil, like just even like applying one, making one, just getting anything to do
Oh
anything.
no.
And so they were there for probably about 2 hours just trying to figure that out. Finally, she's just kind of like, fuck that. Cause she's kind of trying to figure it out. And Sammy's just um, like, I'm sorry, but that's not what this is. So it's like, besides even getting a stencil to transfer and whatever, she can't even figure out how to do it. And she was like, this will be easy. This is super easy. Like, this is fantastic. So, like, they're 2 hours in, can't even get the stencil right, blah, 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 blah. She's like, at this point, she kind of gets something to kind of stick with a stencil. And she's just like, I'm just going to freehand over the rest. So she does that. And the whole time, she's kind of like bitching at her for choosing the tattoo in the first place. Like, she's got a bad attitude because she can't figure it out, and she's got a bad attitude. She's just like, this is the tattoo you wanted, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, you had to choose this one, yada, yada, yada. Like, after she, like, told her, like, hey, I've been doing this for, like, such a long time. Like, this is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so she kind of, like, does it, and, like, of course, she's feeling kind of anxious about it. Like, there are red flags, and she's just trying to like
Is
figure
it
it
this
out. And
one?
she's it kind of goes in like it's like I can't even tell what that is, honestly, Justin, but it's like yeah, it's all of that, but it's kind of more of a yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
But so the whole time she's bitching at her for getting for wanting this tattoo in the first place, and she's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, and her and her sister are just sitting there, and she's kind of like, ugh, just frustrated. So she's going over it, and she can't pull a line for shit. And so she's going over it, and like she can't figure out the top part of the tattoo. And that's the like flowery bits. And she just can't figure it out. And she's like, I'll freehand, we're gonna start at the bottom and we'll get our way to the top, and then I'll just figure it out. And so like she's doing that, and she like finally gets to the top, and she's trying to like figure it out, and she can't. She's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I turned it into a heart. And Tammy's just like, what? And like she's just like, yeah, I couldn't figure it out, so I just turned it into a heart. And she's like already like kind of freaking out, and then like it ended up being like a very scratchy and just wrong tattoo.
Mm.
And it was like it's if you don't know what it is, it's fine, but it's like a BTS thing. It's an actual thing. If anybody recognizes it, it's not right. It
Yeah.
doesn't look right. She just kind of went at the end, she just was like, fuck it, I don't want it. And then okay. So that's bad enough, right? At the end of the tattoo, she calls her husband in and goes, "Hey babe, come look at this tattoo I fucked up."
Oh.
In front of Sammy, in front of her sister, and she's already like, she's just trying to keep it together because it's like she fucked up her tattoo.
Wait. I'm just wondering. There's this girl that keeps hitting up Kurt for an apprenticeship, and she showed her work, and we were like, "Ooh,
Yeah, well, it turns out, God, while they're talking to her, trying to get this thing, and because like Sammy has anxiety too.
yeah,
She's just trying to get through this experience, She's just like, it's happening. She's just like, she already told her, like, hey, this isn't correct. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know we've been here for two. And that's the thing. She told her it wasn't correct. And she was like, are you serious? Like, and she's like, yeah, like, it's not right. And she was just like pissed off that she corrected her because she finally got the stencil to kind of work. And she was just like, but this is not right. And she was just like, oh my God, are you serious? Are you serious? Like every time she like tried to correct her. And then she calls her freaking husband in to be like, come look at this tattoo I fucked up. And she's like, he comes in there and he's like, he doesn't know what the fuck to say. You know, I think he at least had to just be like, why the fuck would you call me in there to do this to somebody? I feel like he was kind of weirded out about it and just like,
yeah,
this is the wrong move. And then she realized, oh, I fucked up because she was supposed to get another tattoo from her because she like traded art for a tattoo and then she was supposed to pay for another one. And so like she had a moment of like, oh fuck, I just fucked up by saying I fucked up and like whatever. So she starts trying to calm her down, starts like takes her to the back of the house, shows her all this weed she's growing back there. Like
uh,
like I think it's trying to like bribe her that way. And then like was just like, so are you ready for the second one? And like for a second, she sat down and let her start to draw out the stencil, and she was just like, "I gotta go." And I was like, "For the love of God, Sammy, yes!" Like, I'm so glad you didn't sit there. And I was like, as much anxiety as you have, like socially, do not let somebody fuck up your like body because you
yeah,
feel for a second you can't say anything. And I was like, "You did the right thing," and it really messed her up. Like, and then the girl harassed her, kept sending her messages like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, blah, blah, blah. When do you want your other tattoo? Like, I'm so sorry. Like, and I mean, fucking harassed her. Like, kept
that's
texting her, told her, oh, I've had to start taking anti anxiety medicine because of this. Like,
what?
I, yeah, was just like, I'm really fucked up over this. And like, she got home and she's like if I start scrubbing my arm really hard, will I fuck up the ink? Will it start to come off? Like if I don't treat it well, like she's over here thinking like, how do I get this fucking off of me? I just
Yeah,
fucked up fucking royally. And she's over here that has the goal to keep hitting her up and being like, oh my God, I'm so torn up over this. Like now I need to be medicated because I fucked up your arm forever.
yeah.
Like, and then she was like, she just kept hitting her up and being like, so when are we gonna do this? And
Sammy
oh, I'm
needs
so sorry. Like,
Sammy needs to come see Kurt.
yeah. Well, she's a little right now. She's a little bit like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a break from tattoos. I think she's just like, she needs a second because that was like super traumatizing to her.
Oh
And then
yeah.
the artist had the goal to fucking like seriously harassing her and
That's
like trying to make it be like, oh, you think you're upset? Like, imagine me, the one who fucked up your arm.
no. The artist doesn't have to wear that tattoo the rest of her life.
Yeah, it was insane. And
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
if it
I
looks
felt so bad for
anything
her.
like the designs that I saw, I don't know what the BTS thing looks like combined, but that's not complicated.
No.
I
And
mean,
that's and
I'm not the artist, but I've seen Kurt's work, and I've seen a lot of other, I've got a lot of tattoo art done, and it's mostly line work from what it
yeah,
looks like.
but they can't pull a line for shit. So it just ended
Yeah,
up being a scratchy, and she couldn't do any of the shapes. Like her brain couldn't figure it out. And She goes, none of this connects. And Sammy's like, what do you mean? All of it connects. It's one, like, it's supposed to be like a line where,
Yeah.
you just go through. And she was like, none of this connects. It makes no sense. So she just started connecting lines in random places too. So it's just like, it doesn't, she ended up making it not make sense.
Oh
And then
no.
she just started changing shit. And then she just went, fuck it. She literally said out loud, fuck it. I just made it a heart. Like, I'm changing it. I can't do what I'm supposed to do. So I said, fuck it. Like, I'll
Oh
do
no.
whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah. She was an older lady too. In my head, I was imagining like a young person who's just maybe like just an
Oh,
idiot.
it's not the person I think of, because the lady that was trying to hit up Kurt for an apprenticeship she's like 19, 20.
No, like it was an older,
Ooh.
like 50s, like,
Oh.
but the
Yeah.
attitude to have, like, I was like, not only did she get the fucked, like, fucked over in like the design and the actual execution of the tattoo, she had the fucking goal to be like, I know I fucked up your tattoo,
Oh my god.
like, and I'm gonna show it off as such. Like,
Oh.
I was just like, I felt so bad for her because Deborah talked to her the day that she got it, and she was like, she was so upset, she was crying, like, she was just like, and I was like, yeah, okay, because and all she told me was like she messed up the tattoo. So I'm just thinking, like she just didn't have the skill to do whatever. But then she was just fucking.
Agreed. That's probably it.
Yeah. Well, apparently too, while she's doing the tattoo, she told her, "Oh I did all my brother's tattoos, but now he doesn't do it any. He doesn't let me do them anymore."
I wonder why.
Yeah. Like she was like the whole time she was just like, just end it, just end it, just end it. And she's got like all this anxiety and she's trying to figure out how the fuck she's gonna even say this to this person, like,
Yeah.
and then the whole time she's basically going, yeah, I know it suck. And this sucks. And fuck you for making me do this tattoo and everything. And like she's like, what? She told her it was gonna be an easy thing for her. And she
Yeah.
showed her some of her stuff and she was like, okay, that's good. Like I probably honestly she didn't do any of it. But like
Well, like just straight up line work is kind of your basics, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I don't know. If whenever Sammy's ready, tell her to call us.
Yeah,
We'll
because
see what we
she's
can
just
do.
like she was just like she was like I'm gonna definitely talk to Kurt about it, but she's like pretty sure that she just because it's like it's lines and she kind of put lines where there are none, so it's just kind of like it's never gonna be correct
Now,
unless she gets that part
what
gone.
probably would have to happen? I don't know for sure. Like I said, I'm the piercer. Kurt's tattoo artist. Is Kurt's gonna likely have to cover it with something different to kind of bring it together, make it something different, or he could do like a blast over and turn it into something different. Where you
Well, I
just,
don't think she wants all that. It's kind of a delicate, dainty like
yeah, like honestly, it'd probably
you
have
don't
to
want
be
to leave with a half a sleeve. It's like from here to here.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
yeah, it's fucking big. It's her arm, like a good chunk of her arm. Like she can't. She's like, I don't want to wear short sleeves or anything like that. She fucked up.
Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna have to be like Kurt's gonna have to like that'd have to
She's
be
they would have to talk about it. She just wants to see if like she can get it kind of on the right track.
yeah, I don't
But
know. If she
yeah,
fucked it up that bad, it might have to be like that would have to be covered up and the other half would have to be redone. I don't know. It just, oh, that I guess that's
well,
kind
I
of the risk
was
you run when you go to a scratcher.
yeah. Well, I don't know. She made it sound like and I guess like they had worked together, so she kind of knew her, so she just kind of trusted her.
Yeah.
And so it just ended up like it healed well and everything, I guess. Like it's some parts are starting to fade, so that's why she's also kind of like Thank God, because she was having a hard time just,
Yeah, maybe she looked out, she didn't go deep enough, and it'll fade out, and you'll barely be able to see it, and then maybe something can be done about it. It'll be easier to cover up or redo or something.
right now she's just like, I was like, that's got to be traumatizing. And then for the tattoo artist to harass her afterwards,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like, that's
Let's
insane.
quit throwing around the word artist. let's reel that in a little bit. That's
Well,
terrible.
okay, this bitch. How about that?
Oh, that's. I feel bad for Sammy. I want to go give her a hug
I
right now.
know. I know. Because I knew it was bad when Deborah was telling me she was crying about it. Well, I didn't understand either that, like, and then she was treated so fucking poorly,
Oh
just
yeah.
in general, and just like
Oh
pissed off at her because she couldn't execute the design. Then was just like, yeah, I know I just
maybe.
fucked up your whole fucking arm, but
Oh, that's so
whatever.
bad.
Come look at the drugs I'm growing in the back of my house. Like,
Would you like to take half of them? That will make you feel better.
please come back and get another tattoo.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know. I really don't want to shit on somebody, but at the same time, that's just bad. That's bad.
Yeah. Tattoo. Oh.
When did this happen?
um, let's say like a couple months ago.
Oh no.
Yeah. I just feel for her because, like, I was so mad as she was telling me about it. I'm like,
Yes.
what the fuck?
Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I get it. Like, if you're still like learning the art of tattooing, you need to give a caveat and being like, oh, hey, look, I'm still figuring stuff out, and maybe do something that like maybe put the tattoo in a location that's not as prominent. I don't know.
She was gonna get okay, so she was gonna get a Harry Styles tattoo, and it's basically it's a line art kind of like scribbly. It's the same kind of vibe, but it's his body.
Yeah.
And Vicky, thank God, talked her out of that because she was like, "Well, if she fucks that up, that's gonna look fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a person." Like she's like,
Oh
if
yeah.
anything goes wrong, it's gonna go really wrong. And then that was supposed to be what she got, and I'm just like, thank God, because I can't imagine. I can't imagine if she couldn't figure out what hearts, flowers, and like just random like scribbles kind of looks like. I can't imagine her trying to do an outline of a person.
Oh, that would be so bad. That'd be terrible.
So
That's
we won't judge her tastes on tattoos. Or, but I don't know. I don't know. I felt bad for her because I felt like she just really put her trust in this person.
yeah.
And then she had so much anxiety, like where I think a lot of people would quit. She just was like power through,
He's like, oh, let's just keep making it worse.
And yeah, and then like just at the end, and then like I'm just glad she
Let's
like
just keep going until you have nothing but a giant,
yeah.
weird, scribbly dick.
I'm just glad she stood up for herself and was just like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Because she seriously let her try to do a second stencil, and then she was just like, her sister was too, like, just get the fuck out of here. Like, but they're in someone else's house too, so it's like awkward.
Oh yeah, yeah. That makes it 10 times worse.
I guess I would just say, for the most part, I do believe there are good tattoo artists out there who can and do tattoo out of their house,
Oh yeah, there
just
definitely
out of
are.
necessity. But I don't know, man. Try and stick with a shop, I would say maybe.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna pay a lot more money. But
But also, they're not going to randomly change your tattoo, hopefully, midway through.
yeah, of course, I don't know. There's some shops. Like there's a shop that's in our area that I've had some people come in and they show some of the work there. And the caveat is he's a really good artist as long as he's sober.
Mhm.
And I feel like if you have to have a caveat for your shop's work, maybe it's not that great of a shop.
Probably not.
So
Do you get a discount if he's not sober? Because then you get the tattoo you deserve. You know?
That's true. That's true. He's like, oh, look, man, I've been pounding beers for the last 20 minutes, so I'll do this for 10 an hour. My normal rate's like 150, but like
I am
I'm shit
blasted.
faced. I am
Yeah.
I am sailing the seas of cheese right now, motherfucker. Oh, that's like I mean, that's just a horror story. That tops everything that I have to
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Like I get people
She's
come like the same guy that want to trade bunnies was like trying to get me to do like sell my jewelry at a discounted rate. And I'm like, bro, I'm already selling some of the jewelry cheaper than most places do. You can pay $5 for this.
yeah.
Other places would sell it for 10. You can pay this much for what I'm selling here.
She was up for 2 days because she couldn't sleep
Oh,
because her arm was fucked up.
that's terrible.
Yeah, I'm just like, "Oh my god. Oh my god." Because I don't even know, you know? Like, part of me is like, I think I'd be okay with a wonky tattoo, but I'm just also like, it doesn't take up a good chunk of my arm, you know?
It depends on how wonky your tattoo is. There's wonky, and then there's what the fuck did you do to me?
Yeah. I guess, like, in Sammy's case too, it doesn't help that, like, it's kind of somewhat of a, like, pretty recognizable thing. I mean, BTS is pretty big.
Yeah, if
So it's like, if you're a fan, you're gonna see that and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck happened there?"
yeah. See, I have no idea.
If you don't know what it is, it's just a badly executed tattoo.
Yeah.
But if you know what it is, you're just like,
What
"Wow,
the fuck did they do to you,
that's not it." Like,
girl? Did you need a hug and a shot?
yeah.
Bad for you.
So she takes, I mean, as much comfort as you can take in that, it's not the worst looking thing in the world. It's just not accurate and not it's like one of those things like the longer you stare at it, the more you start to like pick and choose.
Oh my god.
So if you just take a gander, it's gonna be like, "Ah, whatever." But if you
Yeah.
actually like look it down, you're like, oh, I can see technical problems galore.
Oh my god. I don't know. Tell Sammy to hit us up, and we'll figure out what we can do.
Okay.
I'll talk to Kurt. We'll see what we can do. It honestly it'd be a good story. Maybe we could do a live stream of it.
So we'll see. The poor baby's traumatized.
I know. But, oh my god, I feel so bad for Sammy.
Oh my god, right? Because yeah, I Deborah was telling me about it. I'm like, oh, that fucking sucks. And I'm like, that just sucks. And then she like, I actually finally got to talk to her, and she was just telling me about that girl's attitude. I was so mad. I
How
was
much did
like,
Sammy pay this woman?
she didn't. She made her an art piece, and she was like, I'll give you a tattoo, and then I'll give you a discount on the second tattoo
Ugh.
because she wanted to get a couple tattoos.
Yeah.
So she was like, she made her this art thing. I can't remember what she said it was, but it was like a painting. And then she was like, okay, I'll give you this tattoo. So she was like, first one's free, second one is discounted.
So Sammy made her quality art, and then she returned the favor by fucking her arm up.
Pretty much. And I don't know if maybe that's something to be wary of too, just people who willing to accept trades. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly though, there's a lot of businesses, like a business to business. Sometimes you'll do trades and stuff like that. Like,
I love a good barter. I like bartering, but
yeah,
like I don't know if that's maybe the thing to do that with.
yeah. I don't know. It's cattle mutilations. I don't know. So, oh, I didn't tell you about. Did I tell you about what happened the other day? Is I had a couple of dudes come into the shop, and they called ahead first, and they're like, "Oh, hey, do you guys do dermals?" And I said, "Yeah, it's $65 for each dermal." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So they show up and they start talking. They're like saying something about nose piercings. I'm like, oh, I'm asking about it. And then their their description was kind of weird. And I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? And then he goes, because he kept putting out the finger, I'm like, oh, we want one like up here and one day. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh, do you have a picture? Can you show me what you're talking about? So they showed me a picture, and they wanted, so you get your junk, the male junk, and you insert a silicone bead under the skin. And that's they wanted done. One guy wanted to have it put in, and the other guy wanted it removed.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, that's not at all what I would. When you said dermals, and I pulled out my jewelry, I said, this is what I'm talking about, dermals. I said, as of right now, I don't even know if you can actually do that in the state of Texas. I'll have to look it up and do some research. But if you want it removed, I would suggest you might need to have a physician do it.
Yeah, I would think that would be like not a piercer's forte.
And then I looked into it. Apparently, I could do it. Like legally, I could do it. I don't know how to do it currently. Like I have some ideas because of my medical background, and like I understand the anatomy, and like I have the idea of how it could be done, but I don't know all the details around it, which might be added to my catalog later. But I have a lot more research and education to do before I can consider actually performing this procedure because it's fairly risky. But apparently, I can do under the skin implants um, in my shop legally. I just don't know all the details on how to do it yet, but it's something I will look into later on.
Mhm.
But like their description of everything was quite complicated, and I was shocked, and then I was disappointed because I could have made so much money had I known there's a way we could do it in the shop. I mean, I could charge $300 a piece for each one. That would have been $600, and then another, I don't know. I could have made $1,000 if I would have just known all the processes and everything to remove it and to put a new one in.
Is
'Cause I
there a
know how to.
school for like learning that stuff, or how you go about that?
eh, I'm sure you'd probably have to do an internship or something, but I mean, I already know the process of doing sutures and using a scalpel and getting to the derma. Like I already know most of the fundamentals of it, but I have to do a little bit more research because being a medic and all the other stuff I've done, I have an idea. But just the small details I'd have to get more in-depth training on. I'd have to reach out and find some people and get some more education on before I can consider doing it myself. But that was that was a moment where I was confused and then disappointed because I just realized how much money I lost out on that moment. But I might have to put you to cover some stuff for a little bit because I got a race like a piss horse so bad. It just hit me so hard. So Diane, hold down the fort for a little bit.
Okay. Hello. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Then the tattoo artist too was because her mom got COVID. Because okay, I guess okay. This lady's hello. This lady's day job, she was a lunch lady. And that's how they met. She was a substitute lunch lady. And then they'd worked together a couple times, and she was just like, noticed she had tattoos and was just like, hey, I do tattoos. And she was like, cool. And like, they got along well. So she was just like, okay. And she trusted her. And then all that shit happened. And then Sammy's mom was like, after all this stuff, like texting her, harassing her, being like, hey, I'm really fucked up over this tattoo, all this stuff. Like, Sammy wasn't answering her because she was like, I just need a second. Like, you fucked up my arm and felt like to her, like her life for a second. And she was just like, she wasn't answering her. And she just kept calling her and like texting her. And then she was like, hey, dude, my mom's sick. Like, she's got COVID. And then she kept texting her, being like, how's your mom? How's your mom? How's your mom all the time? And she was just like, I think she eventually like blocked her or whatever. And she was just like,
Does she still have to work with this lady?
yeah. Well, she's a substitute. So
Who's a substitute?
the lady,
Oh,
like a substitute lunch lady. So it's like,
they have substitute lunch ladies?
yeah, like half of everybody is a substitute
Huh. Interesting.
because they can't actually get people to be lunch ladies because it's such a toxic work environment. You have to do a lot of work for absolutely nothing.
Could I be a substitute lunch lady?
I don't know if you want to deal with all that cattiness. I was a lunch lady for a short amount of time and it was fucking hell.
Yeah, first I've heard of it too.
Yeah, like a lot of them are substitutes, like, so they just go to like other schools, but they're like, schools have a hard time, at least here, keeping lunch ladies.
I feel like it's probably a common issue everywhere.
It fucking sucks. If all lunch ladies, because I was like, this job is like fucking crazy and toxic and everything.
Yes.
When I was gone, and then Sammy was like, I'm having exactly the same problems at the school that I'm at. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong? Well, I know what's wrong. It's because everybody has to do so much work and they're paid absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And people are all like, oh, they don't have to do anything. Yes, the fuck they do. And it's ridiculous. The time constraints, and then also just the sheer amount of bullshit you have to do. And then everybody's just a cunt.
Ugh.
Put that on top of everything. It's not worth it. You get benefits, but they're like,
Not great benefits.
and then you don't get paid shit. And then they want you to stay. You can't do overtime. So like, it's just fucking crazy.
That sounds.
I'm like, I understand why everybody is useless. Not useless, but like worthless is about the same as useless. But like, I get why people do not treat people right in that kind of work environment.
Oh yeah. Dan, how do you feel about Plum Loco? What is your buzz at this moment?
I could drink more and I'd be pretty good. I've been kind of like, cause I don't know, I don't like sweet stuff, so I've kind of not really been drinking it. But
yeah, I'm half a bottle in, and I feel solid. But
I feel like right now we're
the
relying on our
shots.
2 shots.
Yeah, the $2.99 shots definitely made the difference because normally we do our pre-show shot at least 30 minutes before, and then do the regular shot. We did our pre-show shot, went live, bam, bag of doom. So we had the 2 pre-show shot, the pre-show and the bag of doom shot pretty close back to back. And then with this half a bottle of Plum Loco, I feel reasonable. I'm also hungry. But that's a different story. I don't know if I'm going to run out and buy another bottle of Plum Loco anytime soon.
Yeah, I would never, but lunch ladies are underpaid, but also assholes. So you're kind of like, the stereotypes are kind of correct. Like I had to deal with like racism a little bit too on top of that. This one girl, she refused to learn my name and just called me the Negra the whole time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And it was just, I talked to her, okay, like with her, it was like a real thing because the first day that I showed up, she talked to me in English. And then after that, she was just like, I don't know any English. And then she just called me the Negra the whole time. She was
Oh.
like, "Oh, do you speak Spanish?" And I was like, "No." And then she's like, "None at all." And I was like, "No, no." And then like after that, she did not speak to me in English.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's
And it was just a lot. Cause like apparently the school that I got put at, nobody spoke English. And then the one girl that did, she kept sabotaging me because she wanted her friend to work there. So she would just tell me because she was like, "You have any questions? Ask her." So I'd go ask her, and then she would tell me the wrong thing.
oh man.
And then the boss already knew that I was being blamed for shit, and people were like, "Hey, yeah, you're kind of like taking the fall for a lot of shit because everybody's talking shit in Spanish, and I don't know that they're saying that I'm the one fucking up all this crap." And this
Well,
girl was just like,
I mean, just on the racial slur, you could have sued the school system, and they're known for settlements.
and my
Like,
mom was like, she called the HR people, and I was like, at that point, I was like, I don't. My mom set up an HR person to be there for me. I'm just trying to leave this place, you know.
yes,
So
but
I go to this
you
fucking
could
meeting.
have
I know I
left
could have, but
you
I
could
was
have
just like,
left
at
a
that
lot
point,
of money.
at
There is
that
like
point, I was just like, I just want to get the fuck out of there because it was such a hard time in
if,
my life
but
because it was so fucking stressful.
if you sued the city of Las Cruces, the Las Cruces public school system, they are known for settlements.
They ain't got money anyway. People got stuff suing those bastards for everything.
Yeah, but they settle very quickly. You couldn't have made enough money to where you didn't have to deal with shit for a long time. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't think I regret. I regret it only because I put up with so much shit there.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I regret. I just wish I stood up for myself and was just like, yeah, people are treating me very poorly. But I don't know. I was just happy to be gone. Honestly, Sammy. She's like, some people are built for that kind of stress, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Sammy, that's like water off her back to some degree. She just keeps her head down and she does the job. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm just like, everything is emotional blow. And it's just like, as crazy as everybody is in the lunch lady world, at least where we live, ooh, she still does it. And I'm like, God bless you, dude, because I cannot. I'm
Oh.
like, all the drama she tells me about, and I'm like,
Yeah, she's
what the
been there
fuck
a
is that
while.
job? Yeah.
She's been there
But
longer than
she keeps her head down and she does it. People try to pull her into all kinds of bullshit all the time. And she just bobs and weaves.
man, fuck the bullshit. But anyways, when you get to the end
And
of
then
the show,
plus add stupid ass kids on top of that. So maybe respect your lunch ladies.
yeah, at least the ones that aren't shitheads.
Because they're not getting paid crap. And then also kids.
Fuck the police.
Yeah.
But Diane,
Hmm.
we need to give this a proper review. We already know we're not a 6 out of 5. There's no Owen Hart or Brody Lee. I'm not sure this is a main eventer. It's not a 5 out of 5. 4 out of 5 upper mid card. 3 out of 5 in the mid card. 2 out of 5 lower mid card. 1 out of 5 a jobber. Or 0 out of 5 of Vince Russo. Right? I'm not sure where to rate this. Like, I'm enjoying myself. It tastes good. It might be a bit too sweet. But I don't know Nice. I still have some White Russians.
Yeah, he was like, "Let's go get some more of those," and I was like, "Yeah."
But
Bought again in real life. Drink those in real
in
life,
real life,
not podcast life.
I just don't know. Because, like I said, I bought these bottles a few times because a certain person was like, "Ooh, you're Plum Loco." I've bought them a few times prior to that relationship, and I enjoyed it. But like, it's definitely I will buy again. But like, how frequently am I willing to buy these?
Yeah.
Like, if I have a party, do I want to just get a couple bottles of this? I don't know.
If I that better be for you, just you.
Yeah,
Like, I guess I'm assuming if you want to take these to a BYOB thing, you'll get drunk eventually.
yeah.
If
I
your
mean,
goal is to
they're
have like,
11%, so they're gonna get you there. But
if I showed up at a party and all they had was Plum Loco, I'd be pretty pissed.
obviously they have money because this is definitely not the cheapest wine, but it's also not the most expensive wine. $9.98 for a bottle of wine is kind of like mid shelf. Uh, maybe not the bottom shelf, but like a shelf or two above it. Because wine can get really fucking expensive really quick.
Mhm.
But on your averages, as far as wine goes at your local liquor store, it's solid mid shelfer. Because I would say on your average wine buyer, you got your like $2-3 bottles of wine, your $5, your $10, your 20, 30, and $50. I consider like $50 is like your top of the shelf for your average folk.
Mhm.
So I mean, I don't know. It's definitely not a jobber or a lower mid card. I would say a mid to upper mid carder. It's reasonable, but it's not the main draw. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
This is like Dolph Ziggler in a WWE championship match. Like, it's gonna be fun, but it's not gonna happen. At least not now. Maybe back in the day. So I'm gonna give it in the upper mid card. No, mid card. It's a solid mid card. Does that sound reasonable to you? Do you want to go higher or I don't know if I can go.
You can only go lower, but
Yeah, I can't do higher. I feel
uh,
mid card is kind of like your top of the range.
I think my feelings aside, it's probably a 3. I think that's probably accurate.
Yeah,
Because I don't like sweet things, but if you do like sweet things, this is
yeah.
probably
If
cool.
you're a person that loves sweet wines, I could see this being like an upper mid card or main eventer for you. Me, I'm kind of like I enjoy a sweet wine, but it's not my favorite. I kind of like semi-sweet wines, like a little sweet, a little tartness. Like if they captured the tartness of a plum in here, I could go higher.
Mhm.
But it's just that sweetness. It doesn't have that sweet tart balance, and that's what's missing. So yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It's fair
Um,
enough.
yeah. I mean, I never give fair reviews. I don't think. I'm not really great at separating like, oh, but
Well, see,
I'm trying.
when I do a review, I try to think beyond just my needs. I try to think about the greater world around me, because I'm not selfish.
Well, no, you know what? My needs are I need to get drunk. and I would like for it to taste good. Those are my needs. And if it doesn't meet that,
It's
I
11%.
can't think of yours.
It's 11%, and it tastes reasonable.
Mhm.
Like I said, neither one of us are on the super sweet side of beverages. Although we did give 99 the most electrifying beverage in all the adult. No, most electrifying. Fuck. I forgot what we called it. But it was a main eventer. And even honestly though, those White Russians were pretty sweet. I do think this is sweeter than the White Russians though. But the White Russians were also 14%.
Yeah, the White Russians were worth how sweet they are for the alcohol content.
Yeah.
This I don't know. I think it's 100% exactly where it needs to be. Mid-card.
Okay. Solid agreement there.
Hmm.
Solid agreement. For once. And I found Lucky Cat. So today's a good day. But you know what? It was time to call this to a close because I am a sleepy bitch. I'm exhausted. Maybe I got some others to pierce tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I did find out there's only like 3, maybe 4 shops in El Paso that pierce the nethers. And I am one of those shops. And I do it for $120. I am about $150 cheaper than most other places. So come to Pink Street Tattoos and Piercings. We have an Instagram down there, Pink Street _street. No, Pink _street _tattoos _piercings. Come get your nethers pierced. I do a great job, and apparently I got a light hand because, I've been a medic forever. And I can cut a hole in your throat and make you breathe if you need to.
While he's piercing your penis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember
Fucking
that.
A. I
You
can
start choking the process, this man's got you.
Yeah, I got you. If you need chest decompression as well, I can do that too.
What more
have
can you
to.
ask for?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Come to Pink Street Tattoos and Piercings. We got you. We also are live twitch.tv/bottom class every Monday night, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Pacific. And I think I'm pointing in the right directions. No, I'm not. Because that's east. Wait, no, on the camera. So
I'm pointing at something. Is this the right direction?
Reversed. No, you're pointing south.
Wait, you want me to point behind me? You want me
Your
to point?
room runs north and south. Mine runs east and west. So if I point this way, I'm pointing technically west. If I point this way, I'm pointing east. But in the camera, it flips it and it looks opposite. Either way, whatever. You know what I mean. 9 p.m., 11 p.m., 8 p.m. Watch us, subscribe, follow, do things to help us out. We appreciate you. If you're watching on the YouTubes, like, share, subscribe, click the bell, get the notifications going. We want to entertain you. That's all we live for. We want to entertain and pierce your genitals. That's what we're here for. At least I'm here for that. Diane, what are you here for?
I'm here for piercing genitals too.
Okay, she'll at least watch. And we're a team. Wonder Twins, unite!
Damn it.
Technically, we're not the twins, but
Close enough.
Yeah. I'll turn into a bucket of water.
We're the Wonder Triplets.
Yes.
You were just born 10 years ahead of us.
I cleared the pathway.
Me and Deborah strolled out.
Just strolled on out.
You didn't mean that pathway.
But this has been best of the Pod. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. Please click the buttons that allow you to join our family and bring that shit in. Get it. Come on. Dan, do you not want them to bring it in?
I did this. Maybe my hands were too low.
They were too low. They were off camera. Bring it in. And we will see you next time.
Tasted pretty good.